What is up, fellow renegades across the interwebs? Before we begin the video, as always, I want to give a big shout out to our most recent Patreon supporters and YouTube members. Extinction Team 75, Jacques from Wetterin, Lily Panda, Apprentice, Coma Blitz, Kid Cypher, Sea Raccoon, Aaron White, Gregory B, Fiat Voltus Mea, Joseph Dungan, Chris Andrews, Sean McLaughlin, Mariner, Boy, Mage Click, Snowy, Zachzon666, Cursing Throne 92, Ali Mocha, Duncan, Dimitri Theodosakis, Lily Panda, HEV Mark IV, Jesse the Educator, Austin Hall, Ethan Davis, Commander Nom Nom, Corbin, Ethan Kuyoth, and as always, I want to give a shout out to our executive producer, Bevan Brummett. Thank you all very much for your support. If you want to become a Patreon supporter, feel free to click the link in the description to find out more. We'll see you there. Good job! See what happens? See what happens when you're stupid? See what happens? Ah! No! National security! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! No! Let me out of the box! Daddy, please let me out of the box! I'm stuck! Look at me! Look at me! Look at me! I'm stuck up here! I'm stuck up here! Look! Anime fandoms in a nutshell. Well, I mean, what's there to say? I mean, anime fandoms are kind of crazy. I mean,
they don't always belong in a nutshell, but they belong in a nut house.
This is true. I agree with you on that. And in almost every fandom, there's most of the time, because not all anime are based off of manga, but for the most part, you'll run into those D-bags who basically just say, I've read the manga. Just almost like it's a threat, like saying, I've read the manga, and if you piss me off, maybe I'll spoil everything for you. And to that I say, you... So, this video, Anime Fandoms in a Nutshell, is made by one of my favorite creators on this platform, Giguk, who I agree with him on some things, I disagree with him on others, but overall I respect his opinions, and also the fact that this man just is such a passionate creator and anime fan. I mean, it's just a pleasure to watch his videos most of the time. I say most of the time because there's some videos I've watched and I've just been like, Garnt, what are you doing? Garnt, no, no, no! Just horrified with his opinion. But that's how it goes. Anyway, we have Anime Fandoms in a Nutshell by Giguk. Let's get to it.
Anime has become a popular subculture, and it's never been easier to discuss and express your love for your favorite shows with other people.
Yeah,
but as fun as that is, there's always been one massive downside to interacting with fellow anime fans. Interacting with fellow anime fans. Discussing anime online may seem like a harmless activity, as from the outside, the anime community looks welcoming to everyone, whether you're young or old, male or female, straight or LGBT JoJo fan. However, online anime discourse can be a toxic landscape, and navigating it incorrectly may put you at risk of causing a bigger nuclear fallout since Hiroshima, Chernobyl, and pissing off the BTS fanbase. But have no fear, I'm here to break down everything you need to know to give you a survival guide to the etiquette of discussing anime online. So follow this guide and maybe one day you'll reach your final form like me and unlock the secrets of dual wielding. Lesson 1. Your taste is shit. According to other anime fans. Since the dawn of the first weebs, anime fans have tried to prove that they are superior to their fellow anime fans, and thus their default state of communication is to shit on each other's taste. If you hate a show, you don't know what good anime is. If you like a show, you're not liking the right anime. If you think a show is just okay, well, you might as well have just pissed on someone's grave. Anime fans have found many ways to express their taste publicly, from lists to 3x3s to more recently tier lists, not realizing that this is just an open invitation ocean into an active war zone. These things may look
Yeah.
like a blank canvas to express your taste so you can be Leonardo da Vinci, but really, you're just proving to everyone that you're Leonardo degenerate. But Gigok, it's 2022 now, isn't it time we come to accept people's varied tastes in anime and allow people to enjoy what they want? No. If anime fans work together, they have the potential to build a wonderful utopian society, free of judgments and boundaries. But that would mean giving in and allowing Jimmy over here to think Meliodas is a likable protagonist.
I could say so many things right now, but I'm gonna let it be.
Weebs would rather live in a state of mutually assured destruction than accepting each other's taste. This is the foundation the community is built on, which is why it's always socially acceptable to clown on weebs, especially if you're a weeb. So remember, the first lesson about having an opinion on anime is...
Don't.
But of course, watching anime isn't the only way to get in touch with your weeb side, as you can also start getting into Japanese culture, like their snack culture. Which brings me to my friends over at Boxu. Boxu is a monthly subscription service that delivers premium Japanese snacks and tea pairings straight from Japan to your door. Guys, if you know me, I have immaculate food taste, and I gotta say, snack culture here in Japan is on another level. Each Boxu features a new theme providing a gourmet journey through Japan every month. The first Boxu you'll receive is called Seasons of Japan. It's curated by snack experts to bring you a taste of Japan's 4 seasons and a taste of what you can expect the whole year of Boxu to be like. Following Seasons of Japan, you'll receive a new monthly themed box like the one I'm showing right now. As you can see, this month's theme is Tanjobi, meaning birthday, as it's Boxu's 6th birthday coming up this month. And just take a look at all these fantastic looking snacks they provided to celebrate. I think my favorite snack of this month has got to be the mochi truffle, because god damn it tastes good.
Might have to try that.
If I could afford subscription boxes, then I would get one.
Garnt, just for you, I am going to get this after this video's over. And I'd like to try it. I'd legit like to try it and see if it... Because that mochi right there, oh, that looks good.
Oh my god. So, if you want to try some awesome Japanese snacks and support my channel, click the link in the description and use code GIGUK15 for $15 off your first Boxu order. Thank you to Boxu for sponsoring us today. Back to talking about anime fans, because if you must get involved with them, Lesson 2. Not all anime fans are built the same. Your interaction may vary greatly depending on which corner of the anime fandom you find yourself in. Now that anime has gotten popular, the safest place to find refuge is to blend in with the functional members of society who just happen to casually dabble in anime. They don't care if Saitama can beat Goku or if Luffy is a better protagonist than Gon. They're just here for the fun, so you don't need to worry about anything. However, ask yourself, what can we discern from an individual who says they enjoy games, Marvel movies, likes Game of Thrones until the last season, and is watching Demon Slayer? That's right. Absolutely fucking nothing. The downside to doing this is potentially coming off as bland, because the only thing worse than having shit taste is having no taste. Unless, of course, your taste is shonen anime. Within the anime fandom, there is no community more loud, more confrontational than shonen fans. People may say that shonen fans...
He's so right.
Arguing over which show is superior is akin to monkeys throwing poop at each other, but that might be an unfair comparison for the monkeys. This is because shonen fans view their lives as a battle anime and are always ready for a fight. As such, they've even developed their own attacks to bring as much damage to any opposing takes they need to confront, such as the word mid. Mid is short for middle, but is used as a powerful counter against any and all other opinions about anime. Not content with simply saying other shows are bad, shonen fans have somehow found a way to weaponize mediocrity. If someone else thinks a show is good, it's mid. If a show is bad, it's mid. If a show is boring, it's mid.
So basically, having no opinion at all and making it seem like they have an opinion. That's what I get from that. Like, it's mid. It's mid. It's mid.
I'm confused as to the mid thing. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Mid means like middle of the road. Middle of the road meaning like not good, not bad.
So in other words, they don't say anything's bad. Everything's just mid, unless it's one of their favorite things.
I'm not saying all. Most shonen anime weebs that I've ran into, you know, your Naruto fans, your like hardcore Bleach fans, you know, who watch nothing but shonen anime, and it's the same weekly stuff over and over again. And the exception to this is the One Piece fandom. I will relent and say that. The One Piece fandom, I would say, are probably the most open to, like, conversation. But the Borutos and the Black Clover fans and the Fairy Tail fans, mid. Everything's mid to them, except for the shows that they like. They don't give anything a chance. They watch like one episode of it, and it's like, it's mid.
So I'd have a bunch of people in the comments really pissed off if I said Fairy Tail was probably one of the most mediocre anime I've tried to watch.
Oh, I can hear their fat little fingers typing. Jesus Christ. What have you done? Jesus.
I just don't like anime with protagonists that yell the same shit every fucking episode.
I agree with that.
Now I got some fire in my belly.
Now I got some fire in
fucking
my
episode, just like Naruto. Believe it, every fucking episode. That's why I like Naruto. Is actually easier to stand with the subs, but I had to watch it dubbed because my friend refuses to watch.
Well,
subs.
for Naruto, it's Databayo. It's Databayo, and you notice it whenever you watch the subs. It's just like Databayo, and I'm like, oh no.
It's whatever.
But anyway, shonen fans, they're criminal with this, and it's actually more infuriating than just them having their own opinions, because it's just like it's like you can't just say everything's mid just because it's not within your cycle of understanding.
Well, technically, that's probably actually closer to the truth than the way a lot of toxic fans act about stuff, which is everything that's not my favorite thing is shit. Like,
it's more healthy, I will admit, but at the same time, it's just like when you're on like the 8th show talking about it with them, instead of having like a healthy repartee back and forth, it's just like, I watched an episode or two, it's mid. And I'm like, that's like the 8th show you've said that about. Are you even going to give any of these a chance and watch them all the way through? Or are you just going to watch like one episode?
That's the other thing too, is I'm not respecting anybody's opinion that says they've only watched a couple episodes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, if you claim to have an opinion on something after only seeing like the first 2 episodes, then I'm not fucking listening to your opinion. Like, I don't care what you have to say because you didn't experience whatever you're trying to talk about.
Yeah. They're just like, okay, we've gone on too much about this. I'll say about most shonen fans, they're mid.
That's why my answer to shows that I have watched the first few episodes of, then decided I wasn't really into it at the moment, is I just haven't watched it. Like,
and that's fair.
Because technically I've seen a few episodes, but I'm just like, I haven't watched it because I technically haven't watched all the way through it. So,
well, anyway, sorry. Let's go ahead and get
if
back
you've
to
watched
this.
the first 2 episodes of something and I asked you if you've seen it, your answer should be fucking no. I haven't seen that anime.
Well, Garnt does one thing that he does every new season. He watches like the first episode or 2 and gives his first impressions. He doesn't like give like a full.
Yeah, well, that's fine too if you're admitting it's first impressions based off the first couple episodes.
Yeah,
like, it's whatever. But if you're like claiming that you have an opinion of a whole show based off 2 episodes, it's a dumbass fucking opinion.
Yeah. Anyway.
If a show is overhyped, it's mid. Your favorite moment? Mid. The characters? Mid.
Oh.
Mid is used so often that nobody even knows what mid means anymore, except for the one thing it doesn't mean, which is mid. If this sounds daunting to you, there are some simple defense strategies you can use against fans of certain shows in the genre. For example, if you meet a Demon Slayer fan, simply show them this screenshot of Nezuko. The sight of cleavage will morally terrify them, and they will not know how to act. If you meet an Attack on Titan fan, simply show them a microsecond of CGI. They will erupt in a fit of rage, and you can use that to escape.
No, come on now. I'm man enough to admit it's just like, yeah, the CG in some of the stuff is kind of like, meh. Especially the first season.
Oh, I guess Attack on Titan fans are just like checking out stuff like Demon Slayer and being like, oh, it's got CGI in it, even though it's fucking amazing.
Oh, the CGI in Demon Slayer is probably the best I've ever seen.
CGI in 86 is kick-ass as shit
so
far.
That's the other thing. We just started watching it, and
the CGI in was it Jujutsu Kaisen that has some good CGI scenes
Jujutsu
too?
Kaisen was also very prominently CG. I mean, again, it's these studios finally being able to master the full 3D CGI art form
while blending it into the style of anime perfectly.
Exactly, and it's so good. It looks so great.
So it doesn't look like stuff's just on the screen that doesn't belong on the screen, you know?
Yeah. It's not in that uncanny valley that just, like, takes you out of the anime experience.
Yeah.
It seamlessly transitions from one scene to the next, and you don't even notice it. Anyway, sorry.
If you meet a One Piece fan, simply tell them that Oda is just a normal human being. They will fall into a pit of despair at the realization that their favorite author isn't in fact a deity for foreshadowing the Jelly Donut Island arc 500 episodes ago with a shadow of Luffy's arse. If you meet a Dragon Ball fan...
Okay, I did run into a few people who basically revere Oda as a god. They see him as, like, the greatest manga / story writer of all time. And I like One Piece. Let me state that. I like One Piece. But Oda's backtracking on certain storylines and, like huge teases of, like, these massive story plot lines that almost never come to fruition. Like, he's guilty of that. But again, I'm fine with it because artists can change their mind on where they want to take the story. And he changed his mind, and I'm not angry about that. And you shouldn't be angry either. But you're going to be. Because you're a pleb.
Show them any other anime. This will confuse them. If you meet a Seven Deadly Sins fan, simply say, I'm so sorry. These are just a few examples.
I don't get it.
Oh. I'm sorry. That's such a savage burn. Oh.
It's funny to me that there's apparently still like huge Dragon Ball Z fans that like think that it's one of the best anime. And I'm just like, and then he's like, show them any other anime, it will confuse them. And I was like, I get you, because like it's like when I first saw anime, the first one I saw was Dragon Ball Z, and I was like, this is fucking kick ass.
I would say it was
the older I've got and the more other stuff I've seen, the more I'm just like, I still respect Dragon Ball Z for getting me into anime, but it's got a lot of fucking problems.
It does, and I think that's well, for me, my gateway anime was actually two. It was Sailor Moon, and it was Dragon Ball Z. I remember the first time I ever saw Sailor Moon when I was like 6 years old, and then I think it was about a month later I saw Dragon Ball Z, and I was like, what is this? And there was stuff going on I had no idea. Turns out it was them when they went into that time machine and they like fought those other Saiyans like as a training exercise. And I was just like, I didn't know what the heck was going on, and I was just, I didn't care because I was so enticed by the story. And
when I first came into it, it was Goku, and he was racing back to help everybody against Vegeta and Nappa.
He was coming back after he'd been wished back to life. Mm-hmm. Nice, that's a pretty decent place to start.
And then like it didn't take them too long before they restarted the run, I think, and then I got to see like the part with Raditz and stuff. I think it was like they finished out that part of the Saiyan saga. And then they kind of restarted it, and then the next time they went through it, they went on in Namek, I believe.
Yeah, and then they ended it. I remember when they ended it for so long at the.
It's either that or they went shortly into Namek and then restarted.
Well, the Namek series, it ended right as Goku landed on planet Namek. It was like, has Goku really become a Super Saiyan? And that was it. We didn't get anything else for quite some time. And that was when Funimation had taken over, like, the dubbing of Dragon Ball Z from Ocean. Anyway, sorry, let's get back to this.
But luckily, you won't have to worry as much about interacting with the wider anime community, as for the most part, they are harmless. Idol fans are too busy building a shrine to celebrate a birthday for a girl who doesn't exist. Mecha fans are just happy to find other people who still watch mecha. Ecchi fans want you to call them cultured in their desperate attempt to turn being horny into a personality trait, which is...
Oh, smacked him with the horny stick. It's like, I do not wish to be horny anymore. Bonk.
It is. And isekai fans are the guy who eats McDonald's for breakfast, lunch and dinner and wonders why he's getting morbidly obese even though he occasionally orders a Diet Coke. Lesson 3. You are what your avatar is. Eventually, you may find an anime that you enjoy immensely and may feel like you want to express that by picking an avatar from that show to put on your social media account. However, it is
Not a good
highly
idea.
advised against doing that, as it's a surefire way to make sure nothing you say ever gets taken seriously ever again. Normally, you may see this manifest in some person blindly saying that Dragon Ball or Jujutsu Kaisen or Demon Slayer is peak fiction and unmatched by anything. And you think, I wonder what kind of person would say such a hyperbolic statement. So you look at the avatar and surprise, surprise, it's a Demon Slayer avatar. I swear it feels like parody every time I see it. But this is not as bad.
Yeah, you'd think it would be parody, but no. Instead, they're dead serious. Oh.
As the biggest pitfall any anime fan can fall into. Picking a cute anime girl as your avatar. It is scientifically proven that the more anime an individual watches, the higher concentration of cute anime girls that they will see. And so, we'll eventually come to the conclusion that there is nothing more pure in life than the smile of a cute anime girl. This may lead people to believe that hiding behind the mask of a 2D anime girl may somehow cleanse them of the impurity of their image online. However, it only serves to emphasize their degeneracy, as once a waifu's pick.
I know what you were, yeah. I
know who that girl is.
Yep.
Luckily, I haven't read it, but I know who she is. And I know what it's about.
The cuteness of the anime girl is directly proportionate to how much of an abomination their takes are. There are some who attempt to sidestep this by choosing a Berserk, Vagabond, or Vinland Saga avatar, thinking that this gives them a much more respectable image than all other people. But, unfortunately, they forget that they still have an anime profile picture. Lesson 4. Be careful where you are. There are many places you can run into anime fans online.
Now, I have a
and
question
depending on
about
where-
this, by the way.
Uh-huh.
So, I don't really talk on Steam. I just play games.
Mm-hmm.
And I always have a profile picture on all my other stuff that fits with, you know, an image of myself in some way. Or like right now I have a... So, I actually have two questions now because...
Go ahead.
Okay, so, but my first one is I had Levi for my avatar on Steam for a very long time.
I remember that.
Does that make me one of these people?
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily because you don't proceed to put your...
I don't like jump on Steam forums and rant about Attack on Titan.
Yeah, exactly. You're just a person who's a fan, and you made that your profile picture.
Yeah.
But you've also but here's the problem that a lot of anime fans don't have: nuance. A lot of them do not have nuance, and a lot of them do not realize that their opinion is not the most important in the room. That's the problem.
Well, I've also seen a vast majority of anime fans like instantly lose arguments by having an anime profile picture because literally people won't even discuss things with them. They'll just be like, yeah, like that's like I'm going to take you seriously when you have an anime profile picture, and like they've instantly just lost the argument because no one takes them seriously after that.
This is why I've never had like an anime.
But my other question is on Discord right now. I commissioned someone to draw my cat in the style of One Punch Man. Does that count as an anime avatar?
No, it does not. It is an avatar inspired by anime, but not an anime protagonist because it is not an officially recognized anime protag. Although Vega does deserve to be recognized as an anime protag.
No.
Shut up, Internet.
No, he's an antagonist. He's an antagonist.
Oh, he's an antagonist. Okay. Yeah. Okay. There you go.
He steals things. If anything, he's an anti-hero. He steals things. Like, he makes me feel better because he's a cat, but, like, he steals things a lot. Like, he's a gentleman thief.
Yeah, Vega's a funny cat, but he is a Chubmeister general who will steal everything if you let him.
Mm-hmm. He's a kleptomaniac, especially if it's food. But he steals my pop filters and shit too. So
that's right.
It's not just food.
Yeah, he literally took Nick's pop filter off of his microphone and pulled it under the bed, and then he brought it out one day. It was just like, human, I bring you this offering as a peace, in the name of peace. And
yeah, let me see that offering. It's my freaking pop filter.
Exactly. And he's just like, I know. I just figured you'd want it back.
Where you do, the vibe, culture, and etiquette may totally be different. Nowadays, many fans stick to their private Discord servers where they can freely discuss their favorite anime in the safety of a closed group.
Echo chambers.
Stick to their private Discord servers where they can freely...
Okay. I really want to rail Bakugo's mom, so, I mean, fair enough, I guess. I don't know.
You know...
Except for Bakugo's underage, so, you know, you should be careful about that.
Yeah, that's...
discuss their favorite anime in the safety of a closed group. YouTube is another place where you can see would-be critics give their opinions about anime. But if you want to get involved in the conversation itself, good luck getting past the top comment, which will inevitably be a funny quote from the video or a comment from just some guy without a mustache.
Yes! He's everywhere! What the fuck?
You were literally talking about him on a video yesterday.
He's everywhere! It's impossible for you to go to a video and him not be there.
Is he just like a professional YouTube commenter or something?
I think so. I think that's his career now. I think that's his life. And look at this. Look at this. He has more subs than we do. He has 293,000 subs. And all he does is comment on the videos. Also, he has one video on his channel that's public. And it's the smile, sweet, sadistic. And then I forget which one it cuts to, but it's one of those. It's just a B-level like a B-level trash tier anime meme. Every time, dude. Every time.
If those conversations don't seem mentally stimulating enough, many venture off to a space like Reddit, My Anime List, or Anime Planet. Generally, the people here have seen more anime than your average user, leading to potentially more stimulating discussions. However, that is rarely the case, and in time they will realize that the only difference between them and YouTube comments is that YouTube comments actually realize that they are a bunch of apes. But this is all nothing compared to Twitter, a website
I will say so far,
I
I didn't think about it when I clicked it, but I got lucky because I was just like, you know, ticking a thing off on my anime list that I'd checked out. And then it was like, there are discussions about this episode. And I was like, all right, well, let's see what people were saying, you know. And like, surprisingly, like, it was sort of a pleasant discussion. It was about Aria. So, I mean, I mean, it's pretty wholesome anime. So I guess like people who watch it aren't going to be that heated over what goes on in it. But
every now and again, you'll run into those like troglodytes who are just like, I want to rail that character so bad.
I mean, I don't know. It's just, I was just like Mr. President's best character, obviously, because
fair enough.
The cat. Like.
Anyway, sorry.
Thinking so open-minded that brains have literally fallen out. Twitter is a place where people can air out their most private and intimate thoughts you'd only share to your closest friends and relatives whom you absolutely trust in a completely public space that anyone can see. Discussing anime on Twitter is like taking a dump in the urinal. Yeah, you can technically do it, but why would you ever think that that's a good idea?
I've never heard such a perfect analogy for posting something on Twitter. It's such a perfect analogy. God dang it, Gart. Oh, this dude's a genius.
This is the place where you can see anime takes that make you question some people's ability for sentient thought. The problem is that most people are barely able to articulate themselves in normal conversations, let alone with 280 characters. The secret here is to only have opinions on the extreme end. Normally, people may refer to this as a hot take, but Twitter users often use this opportunity to make a set yourself on fire take. If you're scared doing this will offend someone, don't worry, as Twitter has its own version of Sturgeon's Law. 90% of everything you say will offend someone. This may make it sound like there is no safe refuge to discuss your passions online, but fear not, as there is still one place pure and untainted that may be the last bastion of hope where you can have constructive discussions with strangers online.
Don't say it.
The Pornhub comment section.
God have mercy, I knew it! I knew he was gonna go there! The hub. It's always the hub. Jesus.
And that's everything you need to know about interacting with anime fans. Soon enough, you'll be a master at this and realize that you don't even watch anime anymore. You just make fun of people who do online. Failing all this, there is one surefire way to protect yourself from any anime fan. A secret technique passed down through the ages that is a surefire way to let people know that your tastes are superior and immaculate compared to any anime fan you ever talk to.
Manga.
Final lesson. Just say you read manga.
This is true. Again, that's true. Just read. If you say that, most of them will, like, fuck off. But again, Oh.
Like you were saying at the beginning of this, though, like everybody says it in such a threatening manner.
Sometimes they do, yeah. And I've had people do that to me. Like, literally, I had a dude, like, on Discord just being like, hey, man, I've read the manga for Attack on Titan all the way through, and I gotta say, man, it doesn't end well. And I'm like, you realize what you're doing is going to get you permanently banned, right? And he's like, do you want to know? And I'm like, nope. And then I blocked him and basically banned him from the Discord permanently. And if he's ever complained to anyone else saying, oh, it was completely unjust banning, I can't believe he banned me like that. It's like, in the words of Brandon Rogers, try me, bitch. So, anyway, Anime Fandoms in a Nutshell by Giguk. The one and... Oh. What you got?
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that video.
Hey, Gar.
Thank you very much this month too. Alpha Sigma, Basil, Dysfunctional Degenerate, Elifal, Flabberwocky, Ivito, Jeff, Payne Patchett, Tony Stark, Watergeist VT, and everyone else on my Patreon for helping to support me for this month and making this video possible. As you can see, I am back in my old studio right now. Yes, I have returned to England. Yeah, I'm just gonna be back here for a bit, you know, catching up with friends and family, and more importantly, sorting out my wedding, which is hopefully happening soon. I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling in the upcoming months, so get used to seeing a new background because it might change on the fly very suddenly. I'm still going to be working as much as possible on the go, so for now, you shouldn't see any difference in the upload schedule. Anyway though, that's it from me for today. I've been Giguk, and I'll see you all next time.
So he didn't touch on a different kind of interaction with anime fandoms that, in my opinion, could actually be, in some cases, worse than trying to discuss anime online, which is the interactions that inevitably ensue if you go to an anime convention. Because I have been to several, and I have been to several during the rising of certain fandoms. Attack on Titan. And oh my god, the fucking, like, I mean, when Attack on Titan first came out, right, I was like telling people that I was watching the sub, and I was just like, this is going to be the next big anime. I can already tell just by like how it's going and how many people already like it when it's subbed and it's not even being dubbed yet. And then it gets dubbed, and then I go to a convention shortly after, and Jesus, the amount of people in ODM gear cosplays that acted like they were better than every fucking everybody else there was just gargantuan. Like, literally like a group of like 200 ODM scouts, like just fucking being snooty and god-awful obnoxious, like, and I was just like, oh no, they've ruined the fandom already. That didn't take very long at all.
I'm actually bringing that up in the comments.
And then it's not an anime, but like before that, I got to experience some Homestuck fandom, and that's a whole thing in and of itself, involving just all kinds of sketch ass situations.
Again,
like cool people in every fandom, obviously.
Yes,
but you know, it's just when you put yourself out there in the public, you don't get to differentiate between running into just the cool people and then everybody else in the fucking fandom.
so okay, I've let's see. There's a few things here that let's see. Where's the sheet? Like, there's oh god. These are some of the ones from our previous conventions.
It's a really long lightsaber.
Huh? Where
it's
at?
A really long light. Screenshot number 15.
Yes, it is. It's a kid.
Because it's a small Darth Vader. Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha.
Look at him.
Just from a distance,
He's killing it, though.
It just looks like Darth Vader standing there wielding a very long lightsaber.
Also, let's see. Their videos. No, it's not here. Huh. So, there was a girl, I probably talked about this before. Toxicity in certain fandoms, and also just like absolutely apprehensible human beings that are present at some of these conventions. One pervy old man I'm telling you, this dude was balding. He was a stereotypical like creeper, you know, chubby, was wearing like a plain t-shirt, had like the board shorts on, and was wearing basic like Converse sneakers.
Like basically someone that like the guys at the front desk should have sent a member of security to follow around once they saw them show up at an anime convention.
Yes. So this dude proceeds to like follow this one girl around who's dressed up as a character from League of Legends. And her outfit's awesome, by the way. Has like these little retractable wings on the back and all that. But he pretty much tells her, he's just like, hey, you know what? I really like your outfit, and I really think you deserve to like have some pictures done of you and all that. And you know what? I'll pay for them. I'll pay for you to have them done. And yeah, I just want to like just say like you're friggin' you're amazing. And she's like, oh, thank you so much. And the dude, like the girl walks in, and she's like, oh, he's paying for it. I want to do like your like most expensive package. And we had a thing where we did like video where, you know, you would walk on, do your thing as your character, and we would have stuff animated in the background going off according to how your character is. And I did that. We did like 2 or 3 pictures of her and everything. We did all the special effects that she wanted on her pictures, and everything was good. But there was a problem. This dude was doing everything he could to get a copy of it. Like, he was trying to talk to Brian, and when Brian waved him off, he came over to me. He's like, hey man, you know, can I actually get like some of those you know, the pictures and the videos, a copy it for myself? I'm like, well, she's the one that instituted the transaction, and you know, you paid for it, but you said that you were getting it for her, and we only do 1 copy per, you know, one thing. And it's like, you want me to tell her to give me the USB drive back so you can take it? No. I'm like, okay, so if you want another one, you're going to have to pay the exact same price for another one. And he wasn't going to do that, and he basically fucked off.
I wouldn't have even told him that. I would have just been like, well, we only give the copy to the person who is in the photos.
Well, so most of the time it was mostly kids coming up with, you know, their parents and everything.
So yeah, you give it to their legal guardian, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, you know, if it's a person who's of age,
so
then,
sketch, dude.
Yeah.
So sketch.
Yep.
I got like, just irritates me to no end how desperate this guy was to try and like get these things. And I'm like, there it is right there. There she is. Yeah. That was her outfit. And I'm not showing it on camera or on screen or anything like that. You know, this girl was super cool. But again, like, just holy shit. I felt like I had to take a shower after being near that guy for like 5 seconds. Anyway, that's going to do it, everyone. Anime Fandoms in a Nutshell by Giguk. And we hope that you all enjoyed. And until next time, I'm Nate.
I'm Nick.
We'll see you in the next one, everyone. Peace.